Getting a BBL ruined my life.
I actually regret getting my BBL.
Why I do regret my BBL.
Getting a BBL ruined my life. So I was a teenager in the 2010s when Instagram was new and like the it girls were Instagram models and all these girls started getting BBLs. The bigger your ass was, the more successful you were gonna be. I saw Kylie Jenner do it and I was like, oh my god, I need that. And I grew up watching like Kim K's butt like triple in size every year and I was like, I need to be her. All the men want her. The reason I'm not getting a boyfriend is because I don't have her butt.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, it's going to be a really interesting and important conversation because we are going to be talking about BBL regrets. We're going to be listening to real people share their experiences after getting the BBL. We will be talking about it. The things they wish they knew before surgery, recovery, the pressure from social media, and why some people ended up regretting it. Now, this video is not about judging anyone. Anyone has the right to make decisions about their own body. But I do think it's important to hear stories and different perspectives, especially when it comes to major cosmetic surgery. So throughout this video, we're going to react and discuss people opening up about their BBL experiences and regrets. And I also want to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you're new here, my name is Joy. Welcome to the channel. Do well to like and subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy this kind of content. Let's get right straight into it.
Getting a BBL ruined my life. So I was a teenager in the 2010s when Instagram was new and like the it girls were Instagram models and all these girls started getting BBLs. The bigger your ass was, the more successful you were gonna be. I saw Kylie Jenner do it and I was like, oh my god, I need that. And I grew up watching like Kim K's butt like triple in size every year and I was like, I need to be her. All the men want her. The reason I'm not getting a boyfriend is because I don't have her butt. So when I got my money up in the 2020s, I spent $15,000 on a new ass, not realizing it was about to be my downfall. BBLs were straight up a trend. My life completely fell apart after I got one. First of all, I only fit in Fashion Nova. I could not fit in any nice, expensive clothes. Designer clothes, Aritzia, all the cute, clean girl clothes, they're meant for skinny girls. I could not get my butt into a pair of jeans for 2 years. I gained 30 pounds after my BBL. I was the heaviest I have ever been in my life. Because when you get a BBL, you can't gain like stomach fat anymore. And I didn't even realize I was gaining weight because it was all going to my butt. And then I woke up one day morbidly obese. I think what made me realize was my face got so fat. But that's not even the worst part. The way men treated me was so horrifying. I only attracted the broke, drug addicted, abusive losers. I did not attract anyone who was boyfriend material at all. Because my body was so over-sexualized, you know what I'm saying? And the way I was forced to dress, having a BBL, because you can't wear anything baggy and cute when you have a BBL, otherwise you look fat. You have to wear like skin-tight clothes and be half naked 24/7. Rich, sweet, classy, nice men aren't attracted to that when they see that walk into a bar or walk down the street. I had homeless people catcalling me and chasing me around. I would not get respect when I would walk into like Saks Fifth Avenue or designer store. Before I got like all my work done, people used to tell me I was pretty. My Uber driver would say, oh, you're so pretty. Random girls would tell me I was pretty. That completely stopped. It all stopped. And I got so depressed. I realized something had to change. So I got on Ozempic. I lost 30 pounds and like now can fit in like classier clothing and cover my body without looking like a cow. I stopped getting lip filler. I stopped dyeing my hair bleach blonde. I shrunk my butt to now if you saw me walking down the street, you would not think it was fake. I am treated so much better. I walk into a Chanel store and they actually walk up to me and help me shop. I am no longer getting sexually harassed everywhere I go. I have a really hot boyfriend. And people in general just started being nicer to me again. I'm rich because I do OnlyFans. But if you saw me walking down the street, you would never look at that girl and be like, oh, that's an OnlyFans model. She doesn't deserve my respect. You would just think I was a regular rich girl living her little New York City life. And life is so much better this way. So if you think you need plastic surgery, you definitely don't. You do not need to go get that lip filler. You don't need a new butt and you don't need a new boobs. My boobs got so botched, now they're permanently scarred because of my boob jobs, and I will go into that in a different TikTok. And now I have to live with that mistake for the rest of my life. So just take it from me, who's already made the mistakes. Don't touch yourself.
Self-love, you need to love yourself more, because I don't understand why she was not satisfied with the fact that people keep telling her, you look beautiful, you look beautiful, and she felt like, that was not enough, and she just want to look like the girls she see on social media, the Kim K, the Kardashians. I mean, the Kardashians, they seriously influenced BBL back in those days, and the fact that they now look so skinny, taking out this surgeries, that's how much social media can influence people. Like, you see, most people now, they're taking out their surgeries, they're taking out their BBLs, they're taking out their fillers and everything. There was a video of Black China I was watching back then when she was taking out her fillers, and she went to, like, I think she was taking out some of the stuff, the surgeries she did, the BBL and the fillers and everything. And some guy was like, after making a lot of money with OnlyFans from this, now she's not a Christian, she wants to take it out. And I tell you, in as much that you see a lot of these celebrities, influencers are taking out some of this BBLs and fillers, there are still a lot of women out there planning, looking for money. I mean, saving to go do this stuff. And but anyway, I'm not against plastic surgery, to be honest. I'm not against it, but one thing I always say, if you want to do it, make sure to be safe. Do your research.
I actually regret getting my BBL sometimes. So I got a BBL back in 2021 in the middle of the pandemic. And the reason why I say I hate it sometimes is because the way that it's shaped, the way that it's shaped is a little, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, like, the body still be a little T a little bit, but in certain stuff, it's giving real boxy. And I don't know. Like, I guess this is for, like, most people anyways. Like, it ain't even just people with BBLs. Like, if you just have a certain shape, certain things you're just not gonna look good in, and then, like, my expectation, like, I don't know exactly what I expected myself to look like. I wasn't even shaped like what I thought I was gonna look like. Not only that, but like the weight gain, like when you get your body done and you realize that, like, you really you start doing certain things, thinking, drinking and eating certain things that you feel like you couldn't have done before because your body already where you needed to be. But it catches up with you, and it catches up with you fast. After a year, like, I was over 200 pounds. No, I'm dragging it. I wasn't 200 pounds. I was probably like 185, but that's close enough to me. I don't know. I feel like I can get more into detail, but
I completely agree with her, because when you see women wear bikini with oversized BBL, sometimes you see this BBL kind of saggy, like it looks like the BBL is falling down, and I don't know why that's happening. And the fact that this is not just a one-time surgery, it's something that you keep need to go back and maintain. It's one thing I really don't like about it, because if it's just a one thing, that's it. I think for me that would be okay, because kind of see some of the BBL, like the ones that are not so big, very moderate, and you know, before you know it, before 5 years, 6 years, I'm like, oh my god, why is it looking like this? Like the the bum will start going down, like it's falling down. They have to go maintain, go, I don't know, probably lifting up back. I don't know what it is, but that's just one thing I seriously don't like about BBL. So it's something that you have to go back and keep maintaining. And once it's been done, I think they start gaining weight. I don't understand if it's because they are eating too much, because the belly is now flat. They feel, okay, I can eat whatever I want to eat, my belly can, I don't understand if that's the reason why they are getting fat. Or maybe it's because of the transplant, the fat that was transferred into their butt. Maybe that's the reason why they are getting fat, or maybe they are just eating too much carelessly. I don't know, but I see most girls, once they have a BBL done, they start getting fat and getting so big, and it gets to a point where the BBL start sagging, coming down. That's just one part I just don't like about BBL.
Y'all know that lady that's on here talking about how she got her BBL removed because it stinked? Let me tell y'all something, okay? Me being in the strip club, me being a dancer, you're around a lot of other girls. Some who just have horrible hygiene, and some, it be that motherfucking BBL, okay? Now, there was this girl that I used to work with or whatever, and she was so cool, bro. She was so nice. She's very pretty, cool. On the, like, if we say slim thick versus thick, she was more on the thicker side of things, right? But besides the point, beautiful girl, okay? Did good, okay? Now, the first time I had ever danced with her, I had been smelling something. Like, I was looking around or whatever. Like, when you smell something, you're like, I know that ain't me. Like, I had smelled it to the point that I went to the dressing room, right? And, like, when I worked at Allure, they used to have these showers all the way in the back where the dressing room used to be on behind the DJ booth, right? I, like, went back there and literally was like, I went to the house mom, like, hey, Miss Rosalind, it wasn't me, okay? So, like, I didn't realize, like, who it was until I actually started to become cool with this girl, because we had went on a trip together to dance out of town one time, and every time she would go in the bathroom, use the bathroom, she would, like, of course you're supposed to shut the door when you use the bathroom, but when she came out of the bathroom, she would shut the door too, and she would be like, don't go in there. So I'm always thinking the bitch blowing it up, like taking a shit, right? So there was one of the days that we were there, I'm doing my makeup in the bathroom, and she came and she was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, whatever. So me, like, I don't know, maybe I'm different, but if my homegirl doing her makeup in the bathroom, I'll come in and I gotta pee, and that's it. I'll just pee. Like, not that big of a deal. And I was like, girl, go ahead. She was like, no. Like, yeah. So I'm like, damn, she must got to shit again, y'all. So I come out, she pees, and she comes out fast. Not like it didn't take her shit time. It took pee time. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't long enough for her to take a shit. It was a pee type of, okay, cool. So when she came back out or whatever, she shut the door or whatever. She was like, just wait a second to go in there, whatever. But I'm doing my makeup, okay? We're on a time crunch. So I'm like, girl, just spray some air freshener or something. I got, like, I go grab my perfume. I go in there, I start spraying it. But then, like, I start calculating in my head. Oh, she, like, peed, and it didn't smell like shit. Like, it smelled like ass, but not ass. Like, ass and I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I really don't. But I felt really bad because I don't really think that it was ever her personal hygiene. I really think it was her BBL. Some girls, their BBLs reject, okay? And so those incision holes that are around the BBL, right? It's like the stench can come from those. Even when they're shut, as it's rejecting it, it's like it's still oozing out a smell. Holes closed and everything, healed up. It was still like ooze out like a smell, which I ended up looking this up because when this girl gave the story on how she got her BB removed, I was like, oh, maybe I can speak on it, whatever, because I remember being around somebody like this. But yeah, when y'all be wanting to do these surgeries and stuff, y'all need to do all y'all's research, okay? Because if your skin declines to anything, you don't know what could happen after that. But I will tell you, there are some girls, I'm not saying no names, who got a little BBL smell. Okay, and I think that I don't know how you would recover that because all the perfume, all the Febreze, all the oils in the world do not cover it up. And I could tell you, like with this girl, when we was out in public, like the more I was around her, it was a scent. It was like a part of her body odor. You know how we all have like our individual like scents and stuff. Like it was a part of her body odor, and she would wear perfume and everything, and I could still like smell it, to the point where I'm not gonna hold you, I stopped being cool with the girl, because in dancer world you are who you hang out with. And if I'm cool with her and she want to dance with me, we in a bag, now the niggas looking around like, which one of you? It was never me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be around that. So I like made it to where like I didn't want to dance next to her. She was such a cool, she really was. And like, granted, like when I cut her off, she never knows why I cut her off, but when I cut her off, she started talking shit about me anyways after the fact. But that was the reason I cut her off, because it really was a cold turkey situation, just because like I couldn't be surrounded. And then bitches ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna let you tell them that they stink on some friend shit. Like, hey boo, I don't know what it is, but you know, like dancers, they not gonna take it the way you think. So I didn't ever say anything. I just stopped being cool with the girl, and it would come to a point where we would be at work together, and she would walk up like, hey G, da da, and I would be like, hey, what's up? And I'd be like, oh, hold on one second. Like I would find any way to get from around her, because I didn't want her to think that she could stand around me and we work together, you know. But yeah, some girls do have BBL smells, but it's because their bodies rejected. I think it's either their incisions or the BBL procedure, like, because you know you're harvesting fat, then they're putting it back in. It could be the needle that gave you an infection that they used to, you know, put it back in. It could be anything, but that's why some girls be stinking. And if you are one of the stinky BBL girls, go to the doctor, because perfume ain't gonna cover that up. You might have to really get a whole new BBL or something, like get everything removed, let them clean out the incisions and everything. They might just be able to open the incisions, go an inch or two deep and clean out whatever. But like, it's not just a like, oh, I can cover it up. No, it becomes a part of their body odor. For real. For real. I wish people spoke more on like the side effects of BBL. You know, yeah, it could be great, or it could be hard as a rock. Yeah, it could be soft, or it could reject and you have this smell for the rest of your life, right? Like, I need my BBL bitches to come to the front. Like, I know, like, granted, even the girl that came on here and was like, oh yeah, I removed my BBL. First of all, I love her accent. I could listen to her talk just because her voice is so funny. But even with her being brave enough to come on here and say, hey, I had to get this removed because it really fucked up my life. I really had this smell. There's not a lot of girls who are going to do that, especially now, you know. But
Okay, I don't know if I want to agree with this, because I don't think BBL smells. I think it's a personal hygiene thing, because how is that even possible? A plant that was transferred inside the body smelling out? Like, how is it even possible? I think probably the bots just get so big that maybe when the girls, they go to the bathroom, they don't clean properly, or maybe when they're having a shower, they don't wash properly. I think that's the only way BBL can smell. I don't think, like, I don't know, or maybe during healing I could understand that maybe the girl, she's still healing. That's fair enough. But saying it smells, I don't think so. I think it's a personal hygiene thing. What do you guys think? Do you really think BBL smells, or you just think it's an hygiene thing? Maybe the girl, she has an hygiene issue. She's not wiping up correctly, or she's not washing up properly when she's having a shower. I think that's what it is. Anyways, I'm not there to speak for the girl, but in my personal opinion, this is what I think it is.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is BBLs and my thoughts on getting a BBL, because I had two. So yeah, back in 2019, I had my first BBL. Went there to Turkey, had a BBL, had it done, whatever. Woke up, was happy, and everything turned out great, because I didn't have no ass. Was literally my back and my ass was one, like an iPad, you know. So yeah, I did it, and it turned out great. I loved it, whatever, because my fat was always in my stomach area and in my back area and my my legs were kind of small always. So yeah, so I did that. And then into 2021 I did another BBL because I wanted more, I wanted bigger, I wanted more hips, and I had a second BBL. But this BBL turned out being like too much. Like, to be honest, as I said, my legs are pretty skinny, so my ass was, I looked like an ant, to be honest. Like in the first couple of months, because the fat also goes like away a little bit, I looked like an ant. I didn't like it. Even people would like turn around and ask me if I had a BBL. This is not the whole point, you know. So I was not feeling it anymore. Like in the first few months I was kind of happy, you know, because I didn't see it until people like would tell me or ask me even if I had it done. So that's when I realized, okay, you can literally see, you can see it. So yeah, and then I started like thinking about it and stuff, and at that point I was kind of regretting it. Like the second one, I started to be like, yeah, I want to be more natural, whatever, you know. I want to look more skinny, and some clothes I wouldn't wear anymore because it would be like too much for me, just, you know. And yeah, that's on the BBL. So now I'm 32, and sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, what if I didn't have done it before? Like, what if I didn't do it? Because now I have a baby and stuff, and my body would have probably changed also with having a baby. Like, maybe, yeah, it's not that I wake up and I cry or something, but it's sometimes I'm just like, what would my body look like, you know? So yeah, that's my thoughts on BBL. So if you are planning or you're thinking about getting a BBL, I mean, it depends on how your aesthetics are. Like, if you really like this Coca-Cola bottle, whatever type of aesthetics, get it. But personally, me, I would not do it again. And also, if I go to beach clubs, because, you know, I live in Dubai, and if I go to beach clubs and stuff and I see like really skinny girls, I love that. I personally love it. Like, that's my personal thoughts on this. So don't hate me, please. But yeah, what do you think? Would you get a BBL? Do you regret your BBL? Do you want to get a BBL but are scared? Because that was my biggest problem. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of nothing. I went in there, they put the anesthesia in, passed out, woke up, got up, and I was like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. It was okay. It felt like muscle pain, like crazy muscle pain. Honestly, the only thing that I really hated about these BBLs is the part where you cannot sit, and the massages. And yeah, the massages were so painful. Like, right after the surgery, the massage, this is more, I feel like this is more hurtful than the BBL itself. So yeah, think about it, guys. It's still like a very long procedure, and it is very dangerous.
Okay, talking about BBL regrets and listening to people share their personal experiences, I think conversations like this are really important because social media often show the glamorous side of cosmetic surgery, but not always the emotional, the physical, or financial reality that can come after the surgery. Again, this video is about awareness and open discussion, not judging anyone for their choices. You know, everyone's experience is different. I definitely want to know what you think. So leave your thought down below in the comment section. Would you ever get a BBL? Do you think social media influences these decisions too much? Let's talk about it. And personally, I am not against BBL, but I think before you want to get this surgery, always try and do a proper research and make sure you go to the right place to do your cosmetic surgery, and as well be sure of the place you are going to for your recovery. And that's very, very important. You know, most of these recovery homes, I think people don't do much research, and I think you should be safe out there. You know, be sure of where you're doing your surgery and you're recovering home. It's really important. Anyway, that's it for this one. My name is Joy. Thank you for watching with me. So if you do enjoy this video, please like and follow for more videos. Thank you. Bye for now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I hate to see so many ladies crying after they come out of surgery. That's really some tough shit to watch. I can definitely say I understand exactly where they're coming from, because it can be a very, very painful situation. That's why I think it's so important to have your confidence together and to have your mind right before you go into a surgery like this. I think what people don't understand is that we often cry when we come out of all surgeries. Just because this is an elected surgery doesn't mean that you're supposed to cry less. The fastest way to healing is speaking life back over your body. The key to getting through any surgery is to just make sure that you have enough positivity around you and you're staying as positive as you can. Saying things like, I wish I never did this, because bitch, you is not gonna feel that way in 6 months. Trust me, with all that ass, bitch, you finna be fine. You not finna feel that way. Saying things like you hate yourself, you can't understand it, just being very negative, that type of talk ain't gonna get you nowhere. So if positivity isn't what you have around you, move around, bitch, move around. Because when you about 4 months, you probably gonna be ready for round 2. You got this, boo, chill.
This BBL backlash and the rise of BBL reversal surgeries is such a beautiful reminder that your body is not a trend. And ideally, surgery will support your body's evolution and not a moment. Because when you make decisions with intention instead of influence, they will stand the test of time.